Hi everybody. I just wanted to make a short video and I just want to say this year we have gotten 62 new children into our care. 62 new children, that means that's on average more than one child per week. And it's just a reminder for me even and for everybody, for the whole world, that when we really just stop and just get silent and just listen and take away any thought that our mind can create, and we just start listening to the whisper of the world, to the whisper of God, to the whisper within our heart that is telling us what's next. And obviously that sounds so easy, and actually it is so easy. Often we make it far more complicated because our mind is trying to make it complicated, because our mind is trying to analyze everything and trying to unmantle everything. But really, it does not need unmantling. It does not need analyzing. It just needs us to stop and to listen, because we do not need to see the full picture. We do not need to understand the full picture either. We just have to keep our heart open and follow that guidance inside of ourselves. And when we can do that, then we are able to follow this flow that God is putting into our heart. And when we do that, this is where we can see magical things happening, and things falling into place, or just like feeling this elevated feeling of like something is going really right now. And I mean, I'm beyond blessed to be next to a man who has absolutely and 100% dedicated his life to doing only this. And it's amazing, like even for me, even like being next to John for years and doing like experiencing the same, it's still absolutely amazing for me to see how God is guiding us and how God is guiding John, and how wonderful it is that he is able to just lay down everything and just follow this feeling. And it was just 2 days ago, for example, that we had the Christmas celebration at the school, and John wanted to just go into town and pick up already part of all of the Christmas gifts for all the children in our care. And so he went to the market to buy all those lots of cuddling toys. And God guided him and stopped him and said, "Don't take this horse." So he put it back down, and as it happens, a boy came walking past just that moment with his father and said, "I really like this horse." So they started chatting, and because of that, John was delayed leaving. And as he was delayed leaving, he was driving around and he was on his way home, and he knew he was not supposed to come yet home to the party, to the school. So he continued driving around, and he went into a shop, and he went out again, and he went into the same shop again. And at the end, when he came out, just in the time as a special needs child walked with the older sister just along the path, bumping into him. And they were begging, and they were telling him that they were surviving on $2 a day. When they were lucky to get those $2, they would take part of it for something to eat and part of it for a place to sleep. And if they were unlucky, they would sleep outside and they would not have anything to eat. And this is like, we're talking about rain season here right now, so it's during the night it gets actually really cold and it's very rainy. And I mean, even without the rain, it's not alright. So yeah, only because John was allowing himself not to listen to his mind that was clearly telling him that he needs to come back because there's a party that he needs to attend to, but because he was putting his whole identity and idea of what he was supposed to do, he was putting that down. He surrendered and he asked unceasingly, what's next, God? What am I supposed to do next? And because of that, because of staying still, and because of taking a breath and feeling into his heart, he knew where he was guided to go. And because of that, there's 2 children now in safety, and 2 more children just before Christmas. So actually, that brings us to 64 children this year, not 62. I have to correct myself. And I just love it. I love how it works. I love how all of us are learning together what it means to 100% surrender yourself to the will of God. And it's such an amazing feeling when you can feel that God is guiding you. It's non-comparable to anything else that your mind could offer you and the world could offer you. So yeah, it's so simple at the same time. And we are so blessed that we are all having this ability to do this. So yeah, I'm just beyond grateful. And I'm really, really grateful that all of us 64 new children are going to have probably their first ever Christmas celebration this year with us, and that we are already making a start on getting all the toys together, which is a lot of cuddly toys, because this is like, we're talking about 200 children in our care, and you can imagine 200 cuddly toys. So but it's just pure joy, and it's just about opening our hearts and sharing love and joy, and it brings so much healing and so much, just such an amount of hope and love and joy into their lives. It's worth everything. So yeah, if you would like to find out how you can share with the children and yeah, make their first Christmas as magical as we can with the circumstances we're in here, then please do reach out, and you can visit www.sharetanzania.com//Christmas-wish, and you get more information there. Thank you so much for everybody who's already shared and who's making this possible. We're so excited for Christmas this year, and yeah, for those 64 new children to have their first ever Christmas party with us, or even in their whole life, and maybe even getting their first gift in their life. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy this awesome season, and enjoy finding this surrendering yourself and finding this guidance of God in your heart. Much love. Bye, guys.